All right, well, are we live, guys? Oh my God, are we live? I apologize if we're live because I'm trying to still work on settings. I'm trying to read your comments. Keith Engle here from the Carnival, where are we? Venecia. Used to be Costa line. Happy to have you guys all with us. Let me just make sure we're all live. Bear with me. Hopefully somebody's with us so they can tell me I'm live. I don't see anybody with us yet. I don't want to end the show. Let me go this way. Sorry for the change. I'm going to go this way, just for the hell of it. It does appear that we're live. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, on the TGI Sports Talk pages. We're live on Roku. Oh, did I add Roku? Time out. Let's just see what we got here. I got to edit. Bear with me, guys, because I don't think I added Roku to this. Let me add Roku. Here we go. All right, didn't know we'd be live, so we're live with Roku as well. I hope you guys are all doing well. Happy to see you all today. We're live from the, again, Carnival Venecia, formerly La Costa Venecia. And we're going to talk baseball today. We got Yankees and Dodgers World Series come up live tonight from L.A. We'll be seeing, quite frankly, every game, all 7 games, from the cruise ship. If it goes 7 games, which I expect it will. A Yankees win in 7 games. You guys can let me know, too, by the way, how good the stream is. We're still in port. We're still in New York, so if you hear some noise, I apologize. Lots of noise below me. We're 9 decks up, but it is very noisy below me, so I apologize if you hear that noise. But comment, let me know that you see us. Let me know how the stream is. And because Sunday we plan on going live as well. Hold on. I'm having some trouble here. I want to get to your comments. Oh, there we go. Drew's with us. What's Drew saying? Hard to see. The sun is bright in my eyes, guys. Shouldn't you be wearing a life vest? I should. You know what, Drew? I know you cruise a lot as well. You and Ellen cruise a lot, and you've been doing a lot of river cruises and such. But if you've been on Carnival in a while, the muster station drill is now about, I was going to say 30 seconds. It's about 20 seconds. You go into your muster station by yourself. If there's 2 people there, which there was, just me and Jane, and the guy showed us how to put on a life vest, which, by the way, even with my Perth education, I could have figured out. That was it. 20 seconds, and we were out of it. So, pretty cool. What do you got here? CA, trying to read your stuff. Forgive me, guys. I try to read your stuff because it's a little harder for me on this. I'm doing this on my cell phone. Nothing quiet about going to see. Agreed, CA. Jesus. We'll be leaving here in about an hour, by the way, for a little less than an hour. I've got a little bottle of champagne on ice. My wife and I will probably do a sail away party from here. I'll do some live streaming. I might even stream live here as we go out to New York Harbor. I'm thinking about it. If you guys are interested in seeing that, I'll do it. Could be boring for the rest of you. I don't know. It's exciting for me always. We did it in the dark in February, and we'll do it in the light now. But it's kind of cool going by the Statue of Liberty, Battery Park, and such. So we'll do what we got to do. We're happy to make you guys happy. But again, first of all, let me, and I've had a few, by the way, oh my God. Here we go. I know Drew's seen, I've had a little too many already. Plus I got a bottle of champagne on ice for 4 o'clock from Not debark, sail away. If I'm debarking, I'm ending my cruise, right? Anyway, we had a little incident heading up to the room with a bottle of champagne and a drink and everything else in my hand, but we survived, and our wonderful attendee on the Lido deck helped us out. So I want to welcome everybody watching on Facebook, YouTube, our TGI Sports Talk feeds, Roku, where we've gone live. Hopefully we're live on Roku because I went in just now and changed the settings because I wasn't sure if we would do this live on my other settings and then show taped on Roku, but we're live on Roku. Thumbs up DDH, I know you're watching over us. Thank you for everything you've done for everybody that you came into contact with. Ralph Williams at RW Media, quick shout out to him and especially the Sports Corner he does with Smoke and Jim Frazier every Tuesday from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern. I've been a guest there several times. You'll see my last appearance just a couple weeks ago if you go back in the archives. The groups that allow us to share this, John Gonzalez at the Sports Authorities, Greg Rawlings, where he'll get shares from this from the America's Pastime, the love for baseball. Lots of baseball players there, former players, umpires, a lot of that. Who else? Flo at Bottom Line Sports, Greg Krause. Actually, let me, before I go there, Greg Krause, and then Let's Talk Sports, where Greg Krause does his podcasting from. And then Ken Krause from Golf Bud Sports and More, and all the groups that allow me to share here. So, you guys, and thank you to you guys who, you know what, Drew mentioned earlier, again, Drew, not to call you out. Drew said, enjoy your cruise. Priorities are enjoying yourself. Yes, you know what, I'm excited about that, but I have a lot of fun just finding time to do this with you guys. Again, it's going to be a little iffy as far as when we do it and how we do it, but my plan is to go live at 8:30 as usual with the Sunday Stream of Consciousness. Next week, we'll do the college football huddle and the Major League update at some point. The days are supposed to air Wednesday and Friday because I want to get them on the Roku feed as well at the regular time I'm scheduled for. We'll try to get on the Mac and Jack and the Big Football Show. We'll try to do everything, including next Sunday's Stream of Consciousness. So, lots to try to figure out, but we'll do it. Promise you. What do you guys do? It's getting hard because I cannot see a damn thing where I'm sitting. Stream, what does it say? Really? Stream online? Great. Awesome. I'm on data right now because the internet connection here on the Venencia was not great. So I'm back to data. We'll see how it goes when we're at sea and how that feed is. So we'll see how it goes. Again, I'm going to give you the best quality I can. What's it say? So anyway, stream is great, except for the huge glare. Yeah, I'm trying to fix that. Let me try to fix that. How about if I go this way? How about if I go this way? How about that? Is that better, Drew? Because I turned sideways a little bit, so I think we should be better. So thank you for that pointing that out. I think we're good there. AC. Oh, I'm trying to read this. I was a sailor in my younger life. What'd you sail on, buddy? Were you like a merchant marine? What'd you do? Or were you in the Navy? Because if you were, we want to thank you for your service for sure. Don't forget we're going to talk about Fernando. We're going to talk about the World Series a little bit. We're going to talk about Fernando. Rest in peace, Fernando Valenzuela. God, good grief. I have it in my notes here, Drew, so thank you for bringing that up. Fernando Valenzuela, I posted a couple places where, condolences were posted. This guy, was he one of the best pitchers in Major League Baseball? No, he was not. But there's very few people that have captivated a sport the way that Fernando did for several years. You talk about 81. Nobody, well, not nobody, but very few have captivated. Look at this helicopter. Sorry, I'm distracted. I should take my ADD medicine before I get into the shows, right? I'm distracted by a helicopter flying like feels like right next to me. The Intrepid is right next to us. So. Anyway, Fernando, very few athletes have captivated an entire sport the way he did in 1981, and even a couple years past that. Really good stuff. And God, it's really sad to see those guys go. For me, people my age, Drew, All right, guys, I'm sorry. Are we back? Because I don't have my notes. The phone heated up. I'm sitting in the sun. It's only 65 degrees here in the Manhattan Harbor, but we lost it. Thank you, Drew, for messaging me. I couldn't even respond because we were um, heated up too much. But anyway, we talked about Fernando. We were talking about Fernando, and we certainly send our condolences to his friends and family. Fernando captivated a sport like few people have, at least in my lifetime, at least in 81, 82, 83, 81 specifically. There was very little. Um, there was very few people I can remember in my lifetime that have captivated an entire sport the way Fernando did. We wish him Godspeed and his family. We send our best wishes to. AC says, did you get the free drinks? No, I don't get the free drinks, AC, because my wife doesn't drink and I have to drink for two, and drinking for one is more than enough. And they're not free anyway because you have to pay for them no matter what. As we know in life, there's no free lunch. So as you guys know, we all have to pay for something. So I moved inside. I apologize for the lack of aesthetics, but apparently even the 65-degree weather and the sun shining directly on me was not good. What's Drew got here? As long as the champagne is okay. We'll see. We got Prosecco. Drew, we'll have that at 4 o'clock when we sail away. I keep saying disembark because I'm not getting off the ship. They'd have to bring security and probably a bunch of New York cops to get me off the ship. So that won't be a problem. Linda, I hope I stayed live on Roku. I know I went black for a little bit because the phone got hot. I hope we're okay. Appreciate that. We're doing the best we can to go live with all my time slots while I'm away. What does that say? Do I have what? Do you ever get seasick? No. Hey, do I ever get seasick? Not that she's aware of, and not that I'm aware of. No. These ships, the bigger ships especially, or the stabilizers they have are very good. And unless the seas are really rocky, you barely feel it moving at all. Quite frankly, I have more trouble when I'm sober than when I'm drinking. Actually, so what's AC got here? Do they have? I apologize for talking like I'm hooked on phonics here, but I'm trying to read. It's a little harder than when I'm on my computer. Do they have Wi-Fi on the ship when you're out at sea? Yes, I do have Wi-Fi. How far from land do we go? I don't really know, babe. Do you realize? Do you under? No, I mean, I would say, God,
At least 3 miles up, because that's when they can open the seats.
No, I mean in total. I mean, I would say we're up. There's got to be times we're thousands of miles from land, right?
No.
No?
Thousands of miles?
Yeah. No? Okay. We hug the coast hundreds of miles. You could probably help me out here. I don't know. What do I know? I'm out. I can't see anything. I could be a million miles from land for all I know. John Gonzalez from Sports Authorities. We love John. John has got one of the best groups. He's one of the best admins we have. We love John. We love his support for this show as well. John says Yankees in 6. John, I'm with you with the overall pick. I think it might go 7 games, but irregardless, I hope it goes 4. And the Yankees win in 4, but I think Yankees win 7 myself. What do you got here? That works. No glare. Yeah, I turned, and then as soon as I turned, somehow the heat of my phone shut me down. So I'm obviously still a little bit behind. AC says U.S. What the hell is that? Oh, you're on. Oh, that's a ship you're on. So you served, AC. Thank you for your service. Everybody who's ever served, we certainly appreciate that service you give to our country, and certainly will always acknowledge that. So thank you, AC. What's you got here? Valenzuela and Fidrich. That's a great one. Fidrich is another great point. I mean, on a much more condensed scale, right, Drew? Because he was only good in 78, 79, he got hurt. Valenzuela at least had a few good years, certainly past 81, but very good comparison for sure. There were real fads of Vita Blue. I think of Vita Blue again, probably even more so than Fernando and Fidrich. I think he had more staying power, right? Up and down years for sure. I would say, if I'm going to say Blue and Fernando, I think Blue probably had the better overall career. Yeah, I did hear. I saw pictures, John. John says here Fernando had cancer. Before I got this news just a couple days ago that Fernando had passed, I'd seen some pictures of Fernando, and he was definitely sick. I mean, he was really emaciated. I mean, just a skeleton, literally of himself, and it was really sad to see. If Danny Gonzalez, if Danny's with us, Danny Gonzalez. Sorry, John's posting. Danny Fuller, hey Danny boy. I didn't see Danny say anything. If I missed you, Danny, I apologize. Not seeing a couple of my comments. Make sure you get to the TGI Sports Talk Facebook so I can see your post. I know Danny probably had an affinity for Fernando, being a big Dodger fan. These things are really sad to see. It's interesting that Fernando passed away in the last couple of days as the Yankees and Dodgers are about to play their first World Series against each other since 1981, when Fernando Mania was at its peak. And it's kind of, I guess it's poetic and sad all at the same time. So it's very interesting, though. And I hope, Danny, if you're commenting, please get to TGI Sports Talk so I can see your post, please. Drew says, too many islands in the Caribbean to be too far away from the coast. That's what my wife was saying. I'm thinking, yeah, what do I know? I look out, I can't see anything. It might as well be a million miles rather than hundreds. I did warn my boss, just so you guys know, when I left, that if I find a hut on an island in the Caribbean where the Wi-Fi is, even adequate, I couldn't possibly not return. I'm not thinking that will happen, though. There's Flo for the Bottom Line Sports. I think it's Flo. What's he saying? Dodgers in 7. Come on, Flo. It is going to be a classic. I think it will be a very good season. I think these teams are very evenly matched. I think Garrett Cole comes into play is huge. He cannot be as inconsistent as he's been for the Yankees down the stretch. And actually, down the stretch, he pitched okay. But in the playoffs, he's been a little up and down. He's going to pitch game 1. He'll likely pitch game 5. And then he'll be available likely in the bullpen should there be a game 7. And Garrett Cole has got to be Garrett Cole, I think, for the Yankees to win this. But I mean, you see star power on both sides. You've got Ohtani for the Dodgers, obviously. You've got guys that you would not expect to be stepping up, like Tommy Edman, Max Muncy's played really well. Again, not a huge star like Ohtani, but certainly a bigger star than Tommy Edman. But you got guys stepping up that you wouldn't necessarily expect to. Their starting pitching, I think, has been better. I mentioned to Danny before the playoffs started. Who's going to pitch? You got 2 starting pitchers. Buehler, who's pitched about 3 games all year, has pitched well in the playoffs. Flaherty's been up and down. He's going to pitch game 1. Yamamoto will pitch game 2. The Yankees are still undecided with game 2. Again, I see just a very close, tight series. And again, I'm going to pick the Yankees to win. I know Danny will probably chop me up for that because I've been very hard on my team because I don't, as I've told you guys, all season long, or even in football, I do not wear rose-colored glasses, right? If there are things wrong with my team, I will point it out. It's not a perfect team. The Dodgers are not a perfect team. That's why I think this will be a very, very good series. What do you got here? Drew, nice to see that you'll, what's it say? Yeah, it looks like it's interesting. All the games now, I can't, well, maybe they'll be in a stateroom. I don't know. I say stateroom. Did you call this a stateroom? They call it a stateroom, but, it's not like we're living with the Underhills here.
Cabin.
It's a cabin. But look at my age, I want to be in my own confines, if you will, watching these games, and they're going to be up on the deck. It looks like Jane was checking the schedule on deck earlier today. All the games are scheduled to be broadcast, so we'll see them one way or the other. If I have to sleep in a lounge chair on the deck, a deck chair, on whatever you want to call it, I will do that. But we'll see these games in their entirety for sure. But it'll be a lot of fun. Listen, I've seen Super Bowls, several Super Bowls. In fact, one of my favorite Super Bowls, Drew will remember that one, I think, on ships. I've never, to my knowledge, seen a World Series play, especially with my team in it, because Yankees haven't been in what, 15 years, on a cruise ship. It's going to be a lot of fun. But AC's got. I wish I could read this closer. Hold on, guys. I apologize. I got to figure out how to read this because the light is shining in my eyes. AC says, I'm the luckiest sailor. I'm going to get somebody to read this for me. To ever serve. He got to go to Aruba. I think that's Jakarta. I wish I could blow this stuff up. Oh, I can. Look at that. Gee, good grief, guys. You're about to be saved. Jamaica, Aruba, Jamaica, Jakarta, Colombia, Cuba, and Barbados. I just wanted something new, guys, so you're all good. Where are our ports of call? Let's see. We leave New York, we come back to New York. Babe, help me out. Amber Cove, Grand Turk, Nassau, and someplace else that neither one of us have any idea. Oh, wait, we're also on Half Moon Cave.
Oh, right, that's the other one.
Half Moon Cave, which is Carnival's private island, which will be a lot of fun. Drew said, sorry, Drew. Not sure there will be a ton of pitching. Yeah, it's pitching duels. I think both teams will club the crap out of each other. Sorry, I'm talking like I'm on hooked on phonics here. I'm trying to blow this up and read it at the same time. I think you might be right, Drew. Again, I think it's funny. I think we'll get pitching duels where we don't expect them, and I think we'll get slugfest certainly in some of these games. There's a lot of firepower in each team, and this is an important series for Aaron Judge and his legacy, right? He's struggled. He's had his issues in Dodger Stadium, which will start tonight and tomorrow night. He got injured there, falling through the fence last year. He struggled in the playoffs pretty much his career-wide. Broke right out of it a little bit against the team formerly known as the Indians, but it's a big series for Judge. And I got to tell you what, I love Soto. I told you guys in the beginning of the season I loved his bat. I don't love a lot of the other things that come along with Juan Soto, but he's probably the epitome of what the game is today. You know, the 3-run home run he hit to wrap up the series against the team formerly known as the Indians. You know, that whole histrionics that he went into. I understand. I'm the old guy again. I'm the old man yelling to the kids to get off my lawn. I get it, but it's just uncalled for. It's something where years ago that would have been taken care of on the field, but you know, now it's not. So he's a great player. He's a great hitter. Made a couple good defensive plays too against the Indians. Whether the Yankees sign him or the Mets sign him or some other team, the Dodgers, you know, he's not getting more than $60 million a year. That sounds so funny to say, by the way. He's not getting more than $60 million a year for the Yankees because they're not going to pay him more than Judge. Can't happen. There's Flo. Flo says, what's Flo saying here? And again, I apologize for my hooked on phonics talking here as I blow you up and then try to scroll. Check Flo. Actually, any of you guys, by the way, this is a great point. Any of you guys who have podcasts, who have whatever, and you come here, and I see JB coming up here in a second, same thing. Share your information. I'm happy to promote your shows. You guys have supported me. I'm happy to support you. Flo says, check out Check out Bottom Line Sports on Sunday for NFL recap show. Sunday Surge with a bunch of emojis, which I can't see. Usually CA is the king of emojis here. That's Sunday at 6:30 Central Time. That's 5:30 here in the East Coast for those of you who can't do math as well as us Perth graduates. Actually, I just did it backwards. I can't believe my wife didn't point that out to me. Flo points out it's 7:30 Eastern. So again, you can see why I'm a Perth graduate. That's 7:30 Eastern, guys. so check out Flo and the gang. JB, is it true your stadium's on fire? I saw something come up on my phone. Again, I've had a little internet issues. Hope we don't run out of. If we go black again, it's going to be because I ran out of charge on my phone. I think I charged it up enough. But what time is it? I want to make sure. Can't see my time on here. What time is it? 5:30. What is it? 3:30. What, babe?
It's about 3:30.
3:30. So we got 30 minutes or so to go if it takes that long. JB's with us again. JB, you can certainly promote your show. If we do go dark again, guys, just because my phone died, I charged it up as best I could when I got back into the room. Is Rundown having trouble? Hopefully, here we go. I think. Come on. I want to stay up there. Here we go. I'm trying, Drew. There we go. Patience, my friend. Rondon for game 2, not surprised. Schmidt for game 3. When I looked last night, it was still undecided. So good information, Drew. Thank you for that. Listen, we know I'm not the biggest Rondon fan of the world. I like Clark Schmidt a lot. These guys, Rondon was up and down in the playoffs. I think he pitched pretty well overall. I'm happy with that. I think Schmidt, I'm a big Schmidt fan. And hasn't pitched a lot since he came back from being hurt, so we'll see how that goes. So it'll be Rondon against Yamamoto in game 2. And I'm assuming, unless, Drew, you know something I don't, Schmidt against undecided, probably Bueller in game 3. It's a great point here. JB talks about Freddie Freeman's health could play a role. It's interesting. The Yankees and the Dodgers first baseman. Look, at Freeman's better than Rizzo, right? I love Rizzo. I love his defense. I love his leadership. Again, I've said a lot of times he's important to the cohesiveness of that infield. Freddie Freeman's a much better player. I wanted the Yankees to sign him when he was a free agent. Didn't happen. Both of these players are playing at less than 100%. Freddie with an ankle issue, Rizzo with broken fingers, but they're doing the best they can. And I know both of them have sat out time during these playoffs. And to me, obviously, Freeman, I think, is a bigger issue for the Dodgers than Rizzo might be for the Yankees, at least from what we've seen up until now. The Yankees have been able to fill that position when Rizzo couldn't play with Cabrera, with Birdie even, who, by the way, never played first base before he played it during the Royal Series for the first time. So, again, that could be something that comes into play, and it could be something that affects both teams is the first base play. Drew's talking about Carlos. Oh, Cortez. Sorry. Cortez added to the roster. Birdie left off. Very interesting move there as well. The Yankees have gone with 11 pitchers, I believe. Again, haven't had time to dive into this a lot, but it looks like the Yankees are probably going with 12 and less position players, which probably speaks to Rizzo getting healthier, right? And Cortez is important. You got a left-hander out of the bullpen. He's got experience out of the bullpen. He may not be as happy as he is starting, but he's got experience, and he's pitched very well out of the bullpen. I think that's, an important factor. What else do we want to chat about, guys? I left my notes, but I ran inside trying to. Actually, I threw my phone into an ice bucket. Believe it or not, to try to cool it off because that's how much I want to make sure we get back to you guys. Drew's got something. What do you got here, Drew? Let me blow you up. Not literally. I guess Jazz found a good time to be traded to the Yankees for sure. Listen, Jazz Chisholm has been a huge addition to this team. There was worry about his makeup and his health. But it's funny when he gets to the Yankees, where you've got a clubhouse with some leadership, at least player-wise. Again, I know they've done well, and I know Boone hasn't made any major gaffes in the playoffs that I can speak of, but he's still not my favorite guy. If he wins this World Series, God, I'm so happy for Aaron Boone. But if I had my druthers, it'd be somebody else. But I think the leadership in this clubhouse is so much different than what Jazz left in Miami that's why he's able to come here and thrive, where he might have been a problem in Miami. So I think we see that. I think we see what's happening here. Rick Sherlock, good afternoon, Rick. Hope you're doing well. Good to have you with us. Rick says, did you buy the drink package? Will the game be on the big screen? It will be on the big screen, absolutely. That's something that we checked out, or my wife checked out for me. They'll be on the big screen on the Lido deck every night, as long as there's games, obviously. The drink package, no, because my wife doesn't drink, and I'd have to drink for two, because on Carnival, unlike some other cruise lines, both people in the cabin have to get the drink package. And so, no, but I'll do my share, and unfortunately, I've done my share already today. With some fun ship, which I left out in the sun, by the way, when I ran in to save my phone and get back to you guys as fast as possible. I may go back out there in a minute, see what happens. So no to the drink package, yes to the game at a big screen. Now that does probably require me falling asleep on the Lido deck several nights this week, so we'll see how that goes. Welcome, Rickster. Says Drew, good to have you with us again, as always, Rick. All of you. Oh, we're not leaving the site. Hold on. Cancel. And guys, let's see what you got here. Probably a good thing that you didn't get the drink package for the games. I remember your buddy. Drew brings up a great package. Drew and I bring me drinks nonstop that Super Bowl Sunday, yes. To kind of elaborate on what Drew's talking about, the Super Bowl in 2017, February 17, Atlanta and the Patriots. I had to get up there about 5:30 in the morning to get our seats laid out, because we had a bunch of people. I had myself, my wife, Drew and his wife, and my sister-in-law Susan, her husband John. I think that might be it, but still, I had to find 6 seats. So I get up there, and there's another guy from Boston up there getting seats, and so we're up there basically from 5:30 on. Didn't have any drinks at 5:30, just to be clear. Around 10, I think, one of the waiters comes around. I said, give me a rum runner, and don't forget me. And I give him like a $15 tip. I never saw that guy again. I tell this story all the time. Never saw him again. But Benny, my favorite waiter ever in the history of Carnival, came by shortly thereafter when he went. And I said, I want you to do me a favor, Benny. Check on me every 15 minutes, which Benny took to mean bring me a drink every 15 minutes. So everybody benefited from my for my comment to Benny. I spilled as many drinks as I drank that day. I know Drew had a few. Some others had a few. We had a lot of fun. That was one of my favorite. It might be my favorite day. Certainly, my favorite day cruising ever. One of my favorite days in life, other than marrying my wife. So it was a great day. But thanks for bringing it up, Drew, because I talk about that topic a lot. Where are we time-wise? Because I cannot read. It looks like 15:37. I'll make sure we get off of here. We're going to be sailing away about 4 o'clock. By the way, if you didn't notice earlier in the post I made, I didn't share it to my. Maybe I'll share it to the TGI Sports Talk page. I shared to my personal page a couple shots of, well, of course, myself and drinks, which is normal, but also some of the skyline we see next to us. Is the Intrepid? What's next to us, babe? The Intrepid is next to us, which is a basically museum at this point, and people come to see. And some of the skyline, some of the ship. But you'll see more of it as we go through these next 10 days. We'll have a lot of fun with that. What else? So again, Yankees and Dodgers. This is a classic, guys. 43 years since we last played each other. If you look back, and I was reading an article in the Post where the New York and LA teams are kind of tied 5-5. We're going to get some noise here, so I apologize.
Hello there, my Carnival Venezia family. This is Georgia, your cruise director. Welcome.
That's Georgia. Our cruise director.
Cruise line, the most fun cruise line in the world. We are dedicated to the safety of our guests and crew. Your attention.
They're dedicated to your safety. Let me go out here. Hopefully the sun won't get us again. I'll get back to my notes. Anyway, hopefully the sun doesn't get us. When we're gone this time, guys. Geez, noisy out here too. Nobody can make you. New York's the noisiest city in the history of sports. But I read an article about it's 5-5 with New York versus LA teams. But they also take some liberties, right? They talk about the Devils. It's New Jersey, guys. It's New Jersey. To me, the Yankees and LA is Yankees and Dodgers, Knicks and Lakers. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I wish Danny was with us today. Because LA has stolen basically, a lot of icons from New York, just to talk about this in general. Right? They stole the Dodgers. They stole Johnny Carson in the 1970, 71. Even all their celebrities. None of their celebrities, and Danny, if you're here, I hope you speak up. None of their celebrities are even from LA. One of their biggest celebrity fans, is these guys in the announcements. Is Jason Bateman, Rhine, New York. Are you kidding me? LA, have you done anything on your own? I'm kidding, but I'm not, right? Let me see what we got here. Now I'm outside, I can't see it. God darn thing. That's what sun. Hold on. I can't see it. Let me blow these up, see what I missed. John talked about, Drew talking about Benny. I'm doing my best here, guys, I promise you. We'll do better Sunday because it won't be as hot. Well, we'll be hotter, but I'll be someplace cooler. Lots of great aircraft on the deck of the Intrepid. Absolutely. If you saw the shot I sent, guys, and I don't have a way to turn the phone around. Let me see if I can do this. Hold on. Let me turn around. And you guys tell me if you can see what I'm seeing. But behind me, you can see the Intrepid, right? And I'll kind of scale along. I mean, you see the skyline, but if you look close enough, it's hard for me to zoom in for you guys. I'm going to try. I don't know if you're seeing me zooming. But behind me, you see it? Yeah, now it's my huge head, right? But anyway, the Intrepid's behind me. As Drew said, there's lots of great aircraft there. It's a cool place, man. If you get to New York, make sure you go to the Intrepid. It's awesome. Rick sailed from the same pier a couple of years ago. January 2nd. It was cold, but warmed up quickly. We sailed out of here actually on the same ship, on the same pier, in February of last year, Rick. And it was cold that day we went. It was awesome, though. We had a delay in getting out of the harbor. So we went by the New York skyline and the Empire State Building. It was dark and it was really cool. Today it'll be light, most likely. But actually, it was a great experience. 100% great. 4 to 4. I know we haven't talked a ton of We've talked about a lot of stuff other than baseball, but we're going to do that the next couple of weeks, guys, because I'm on a cruise ship, and we're going to talk about my experiences and your questions. And I love that. That's what I love about this show, all my shows, is that you guys are invested the way I am, not just in the show, but in asking questions outside of maybe the topic that we're on. I try to keep us on topic, but we have a lot of fun, especially in the stream of consciousness. Sunday, I plan on going live, guys. There we go again. Never fails. When I try to go live, I get announcements up the yazoo. Sunday morning, I plan on going live at 8:30. I plan on being on the big football show at 8 o'clock with Mac and Jack's not on there, but James Martin and Sonia and whoever else might be live with us. But I plan on doing all of that the next 2 Sundays. I do plan to do my college football show at some point Wednesday. It will not be at 7 o'clock, I can tell you that. So you can watch it live whenever I do go live, and I'll try to give you guys an update about when I will go live, like I did on very short notice today. But what? How's that sound, guys? Man, I apologize. Drew, I know you've heard that before. These are the things you go through when we go through live at this time. So, in any event, we try to go live as much as we can. So, what's Drew got here? I'll always laugh at how there's, what's Drew saying? There's never any other baseball news until the series is over. You know what? That's a great point, except for one time. And think about this. Every time you say A-Rod on the Fox coverage, by the way, there's very rarely any news. But A-Rod re-signed with the Yankees for $25 million a year during the World Series before the second, I guess, maybe it was before the first steroid allegations, but whatever. He's one of the few guys who's ever upstaged the World Series. Yeah, Drew said the ship be sinking. It's a little like the Derek Coleman statement with the Nets at that time. The ship be sinking, right? Oh my God, never fails. Never fails. We got some fun here today. We're going to see a great World Series, guys. I'm so excited as a Yankee fan. Again, I know Danny. I don't know where you are, Danny. Somebody said they saw your comments. I think it was Drew, but I haven't seen them. Danny, we need to make a bet. Message me. I can still get Facebook messages. I won't be able to get text or anything after, 4 or 5 o'clock today. But message me. We'll put a little wager on this series. I'm very excited, and I'm very listen, 15 years since we've been in the World Series. 24 years since we won a World. I'm sorry, that's not true. One World Series in 24 years. That was in 2009. That's not enough as a Yankee fan. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be a jerk, but the fans, you guys who are fans of other teams, great. That might be great for you guys. Not for me. I'm spoiled, and I admit it, and I'm happy to admit that's not good enough. Aaron Boone, do better. What's Rick saying here? What? Let's see. On this ship, the jewelry store, I believe, is on level 6. We rarely buy jewelry on the ship. Now and again. I did buy a watch for myself on the ship last year, but only because the jewelry store we were on in I don't know where we were. I want to say Grand Turk. I'm not positive though. They were jerking me around. I sat there. They give me free beer all afternoon. I get back on the ship. I get nearly the same kind of watch for less money. So it worked out for me. Where it happens is, the best place when you're on land on a cruise, and Drew can probably attest to this, is in a jewelry store, which is also the worst place you can get internet access because there's diamonds there. And such. So it's never a good thing. What's your got here? This is an old hat for the Dodgers now, but nice to see the Yankees are back in it. TV rating should be great. I agree. I have a guys. I'm back. I know for long. Listen, it's 3:50. We're gonna let it go for now. I'll see what kind of comments we have. I left off at AC saying, do they have a casino? Absolutely. You can't gamble in ports, but once you get out past 2 miles, because I'm muted. Good grief. So how long have I been talking since I'm muted? Oh my God. Technical. I need Buck Buchanan, Rick, the audio visual guy from Perth. So what I was saying, where's my time wise? 53? Is that what I got? Babe? 53? Good. I'm asking for my time, girl, because I can't see. Yeah, Drew said no sound. So I apologize. So what I was talking about since we went back on, sorry, my phone heated up because I went back outside. 65 degrees here in New York. You wouldn't think your phone would overheat. But what I said since I came back, AC had asked about the casino. I said yes. I don't do as much gambling as I did in the past, but I do pass through there on the way to dinner and bet, one bet on black and then move on. What else? Drew had said thanks for the efforts. Wi-Fi is certainly spotty on Carnival, and that's true. I'm on my data right now. As we get out to shore or get away from shore, it'll be a little different. We'll see how that goes. But we are planning on do Sunday show, and we'll see how it goes. So again, Drew, thank you for pointing out no sound because I had hit the mute button as I was. Geez, there we go again. Hope you guys are there. You can't make this stuff up. I promise you cannot make this stuff up. The links I go to bring you guys a show, right? And I don't know why we got a second. I guess I'm in here a second time. Whatever. I appreciate you guys joining me for the Major League Baseball update. We plan on being live Sunday at 8:30 for however long. We're not going to go 2 hours. I can promise you that. We'll go as long as we can. I hope to get on the Mac and Jack or the big football show, I should say, at 8. We'll see how that all goes. What you got here? We're here. And so are you. I don't know what happens when I go off. I have no idea that I'm really here. So it's a little different than when I'm sitting in my studio at home. It's, I know what's going on here. It's a little crapshoot. So listen, guys, it's almost 4:00. We're going to be sailing away. We're going to pop some champagne and we're going to have some fun. Then we're going to go have some dinner. And then God knows what else we'll do. So we'll have some fun. But we got game 1 tonight, Cole and Flaherty. Looks like a mismatch on paper to me, but Yankees win game 1. Yankees win this series in 7. Hope you guys have a great night. I hope I see you. Drew keeps, it's funny. Drew keeps saying I'm here, and I hope I am. I hope you guys are here Sunday with me. And also the shows I try to do as these next 10 days go by. Love being with you guys. Appreciate your patience and your interaction. And we appreciate the groups that I'll share this to later. And thanks to Mac and Lid at Mac Sports and nationalstreamingsports.com. Guys, I'm sailing away in about 5 minutes. We'll see you guys on a Sunday morning, hopefully, and we'll see how that stream goes. Keith Engle for TGI Sports Talk. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'm going to try something as I go out here. I don't think anything's going to happen, though. I guess I can't play any music or anything, right? All right. See you guys later. Bye-bye. Okay, guys. We'll see you later. Bye-bye. Keith Engle for TGI Sports Talks MLB update. Bye-bye. Go Yankees.